So here I'm wanting to show you how I'll edit a 10-second shot of, I'm wanting to really show the speedometer of a bike and how I can get a stabilized shot, but also an expanded zoomed in shot on that without using a second camera. So the initial video looks like this. In fact, we could probably make it a bit shorter. You can see, so if I put my cursor over the center of the speedometer, you'll see it's quite bouncy while I'm doing it. So I'll put it over here. So it's going above, way above, bouncing around. If I put it up there, so it bounces around quite a bit, and I want to get that bit more stable. So the first thing we can do is just add a bit of stabilization, and that adds a little bit to it. So if I put the thing there, that definitely has helped. So the simple way for me to edit this would be just literally to make a duplicate copy on top, go to the transform tools, but not do the transform, go to the crop, and hold on, I'll just zoom out to 50% so we can see it. And I would crop in to where the speedo is. As it's fairly central, I'll just have it kind of up and down the way there. So you can't really see anything done, but if I then zoom it up, you've got it like that. And then I can, once I click done, I can then move it around once I click on transform tool, and I can bring it down to around about there. So that might work. So you can see it's kind of a wee bit off the screen, and then it comes more into the screen. It's quite hard to it is still quite bouncy, so I'm looking for a way to enhance that in some sort of way. So I'll show you the new tool that I've been using, which seems to be a bit of a glitch or something. Nobody quite knows how it works. So what I'll do is I'll just make a copy here. So the first copy, this is the baseline shot. We're going to have it still stabilized, and then I'm going to make a second duplicate on top. Now this one, because we're going to use some form of stabilizing, I strangely need to invert it and zoom in. So I'm going to go minus 130 there. Okay, so here. Oh, here it is. Yeah, I wondered where it went. So it will create this, and then I make a duplicate of that. So there's going to be 3 shots of the same bit here. And now on this first duplicate that we did, where I've just made it inverted and 130 zoomed in. So it's a little bit zoomed in. Unknowingly, it's upside down. I then use the tracker tool. So I click on the tracker, go plus tracker, and I'll zoom in onto the bit that I actually want to track. So because for this, it's the speedometer, the tracker in Final Cut Pro is really good, and we'll just get it kind of roughly there. And then we'll zoom in to, let's say, 100%. And we'll get it so it's just on the speedo there, and let it do its analyzing. And we should see, yeah, green circle following that. So that's good. That's what we want. And then this is where it gets a bit strange. So I bring the second duplicate, so the duplicate which I have, which hasn't had the tracker attached, and I drag that, I drag that on top of the first shot, and you'll see nothing's changed. It's still as bouncy as ever. But then we go to the transform tool, go down to make sure it's on transform. Up here, you've got tracker or the transform setting. In the tracker, it shows you there, but click on transform, go down to object track, the first track that there was. So clicking on that, and now you've got this kind of weird warping look, but it's much more in the center. So if I leave my mouse clicker there, so obviously it's not perfect, but it's a heck of a lot better. It's really staying in the middle now. So what I can do is I'll then make that as a compound clip. So new compound clip, do it there, and I will just zoom in on this. Well, in fact, I don't really need to do anything like that, because I can just drag this on top of the original video file. So it's here, and I can just do what I did in the first one, do the crop and expand. So let's just get it to 50%. Cropping. So about there. About there. Click done. I can now expand it even more, get it more into the position that I want, say down here, make it a little bit bigger, and that should be a far more stabilized video. So yeah, it's not bouncing. Well, it is still bouncing a little bit, but it's only stabilized. It hasn't completely made it frozen, and we get a better, clearer shot of the dial. The final, last additional thing that I might do is in the settings, we could go to masks and keying and just do a simple shape mask. Add shape mask onto this. You'll see it's way out there. So we'll go down to like 12%. And we shall bring it down so it softens the edges of the speedometer area there. And then you've got the options up here of the masking, so you could increase the feather and the fall off and all that kind of stuff. But that is how I'm now able to add in the speedometer close up of the speedo, so you get a far better idea of what it's actually doing. And I'm not having to individually change the kind of location points or anything like that. So yeah, if we see the before and after. Versus there you go. That's how it's done.